Cerebro is one of the most underutilized tools for selling on Amazon, and if you've been wanting to learn more about how to use it effectively, this video is for you. I'm going to cover all the essential features of Cerebro so that by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use it for product research, reverse ASIN lookup, and keyword analysis. You'll also learn which filters to use and how to apply these insights effectively in your product listings and with Amazon ads. Also, my name is Mark. This is a new channel. If you could help me out and hit the like button, and if you subscribe to my channel from this video, I'll continue to post about how to help you make more money on Amazon. Also, if you're wanting to learn more ways to find better products to sell on Amazon, I have a product research guide that will explain the best practices for product research. If you'd like access to this free guide, I have a link down below in the video description for you to use. The first thing that you should be using Cerebro for is product research. Cerebro is a powerful product research tool for Amazon, and not just for keyword analysis. The thing is many sellers will rush into launching products without really proper research, and they'll just kind of rely on trends or gut feelings or interests. And this approach is pretty risky. It's like trying to hit a target blindfolded, honestly. Now, there's two main ways that I use Cerebro for product research, and I call this the top-down approach and the bottom-up approach, okay? The top-down approach is to find new potential products by starting with a high-level overview, okay, in a product category, and then slowly focusing in on small niches within that category. Then the bottom-up approach is to verify potential product ideas or interests by looking at the specific details in that product and finding where and if there is demand for this product, which you can do all of this using Cerebro. Okay, let me explain. The first way I want to show you is the bottom-up approach. So I want to take a potential product idea that I have, or maybe you have, and see if there's any validity to it using Cerebro. And before I go into it, we have to ask ourselves, like, what exactly are we looking for? Well, we're essentially looking to see a certain product has demand and sales to give us enough proof that it's a good opportunity to resell that product. For example, recently I've been really into something called the Ninja Creamy. It's a machine that sits on top of your counter in the kitchen and it makes ice cream. It's like an ice cream machine, and they come in these cups. And I saw other sellers outside of the Ninja Creamy brand selling these ice cream cups. Someone started selling these sleeves because you have ice cream in this cup and it's really cold and it'll keep it nice and warm. Easiest product ever to sell. So that's what we're going to do essentially with Cerebro. We're going to figure out if this would be a good product to sell. I'm going to do Ninja Creamy Cup Sleeve. Now, real quick, just because other people are selling it does not mean it's a good product to sell. That's not enough proof, because the first thing we want to look for is actual search volume. Are people looking for this every month? So what we can do is click Analyze Products, and it's going to pull up the numbers for all the products on page 1. It's going to show the price point, the ASIN. If you click Customize here on the top right, there's a chance that maybe you have all of these columns checked just by default. Sometimes it can get too chaotic and just really distracting. So my suggestion would be click the ASIN, price point, ASIN sales, ASIN revenue, reviews, and for sure, we clicked reviews, and you can even do creation date if you'd like to, maybe even fees. But for now, I just want to look for actual search volume, and it doesn't show any search volume here on the top left. That's okay. Maybe there's better keywords that represent this product. So what I want to do is I want to pick out the top 5 to 10 sellers selling this product and look at their keywords using Cerebro. By default, you can just do 1 through 10, or if not, you can always just find the top 5 sellers based off of who's doing the most revenue and who has the lowest review count. That's what I do personally. But after I click those top 10 sellers, we're going to click Run Cerebro, and it's going to take all of those sellers, the algorithm, and we're going to scroll down and see that 2,100 filtered keywords are used within these top 10 sellers. Here's the thing. We want to create and launch a product around a keyword search volume, around a keyword phrase. So we need to filter through some of these. Now, here's the other thing is when we look at all of these keywords and we're trying to figure out which keywords would be the best opportunity and which keywords have the most search volume. Before we do that, once again, click Customize, and I would deselect everything except keyword sales, Cerebro IQ score, search volume trend, competing product CPR, and position. Okay. Now, once you have those things, I want to go a little bit more into what to look for, because not all of these columns are going to be viewed equally. All right. My recommendation is to prioritize looking at the Cerebro IQ score for the search volume and the search volume trend, and number of competing products. Okay, let me explain these a little bit more individually. The Cerebro IQ score can be called almost like an opportunity score, if you will, because it makes sure that your keywords match with what you're selling. So Cerebro uses an algorithm to figure out how closely a keyword relates to your product. You can set this to a higher filter to get like the best of the best keywords, but essentially it's taking into account the search volume per competition. Next is going to be how many times is this keyword being searched for on Amazon a month, and then the search volume trend within the last 30 days of that keyword, if it's trending up or down, and then number of competing products, which is the total number of products returned when this keyword is being searched for. Typically, you want this number, I would say for sure, like under 200 if you're like brand new. If this gets in the like 1 to 2 plus thousands, that's a little bit more demand. Okay, I like to think of competing products as almost an average revenue. I like to think of competing products almost like review count. So we can filter these keywords from highest search volume down to the lowest, but then we're going to get keywords that don't relate to my initial product. Or I can do Cerebro IQ score and filter out the highest opportunity down to the lowest. Now I still have 2100 filtered keywords, which is a lot to deal with, and I want to narrow that down a little bit more. So what I will do naturally is filter out all the keywords that are below 500 searches a month. And if I come down, I have 295 left, which is a lot smaller of an amount. And then the next thing I probably will do, I like to take out keywords that are not at least 2 words. Now, why is that? It's because anything between 2 and 5 words in a keyword, like the more words you have, the more long tail of a keyword, the more niche it's going to get, the more specific. And once again, I want to see if this sleeve is a good product or not to sell. And if I really want to just get to the point, I can click phrases containing sleeve or cup, or so I'm going to do sleeve. That's very, very narrow. I don't know how many I'll actually have. So I'll have 8. We could see the search volume is a little bit underwhelming. This is enough proof for me to realize it's probably not a good product to sell based off of what I thought I assumed, but I was wrong. But I'd rather come to this realization now than later on down the line after I've purchased a bunch of inventory. Okay. Now the next way to find products using Cerebro will be the top-down approach. Okay, we're going to be starting at the top in a product category or even on the Amazon homepage, and then going down further and further until we can find a product. So essentially, we don't really know what we're looking for. We will find something. Okay, I promise you that. So a couple ways you could do this. You can click on the left and search by category, or you can type in any kind of broad word, or maybe like a wood or box or cup or wallet. Anything. I'm going to type in kitchen gadgets. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but I hope to find something. Now, as we come onto this page, we see a lot of different random products. So to kind of get more of a better idea, we're going to click analyze products and open up X-ray. After we pull up X-ray, let's pull up the top 5 sellers for this keyword and see what keywords they're using for their product. So we'll click all those 5 and then hit Cerebro. Now we want to jump right down to the filtered keywords, and we want to find a gem of a keyword that will show us a new product that we could sell based off of search volume. But let's click the opportunity keywords because we want to find keywords that have the best opportunity. And then what we can do from there is filter by Cerebro IQ score. That's personally my favorite, instead of just jumping to search volume. And as we look through here, let's see what we have. Now, once we come in here, we see that Cerebro filtered 35,000 keywords within these products. Now, remember, our goal is to find keywords that resemble essentially the best opportunity for a new product idea. So what we can do, and my suggestion would be to open up the filters, and up here at the top, instead of just like messing with these filters and maybe not really knowing what you're doing quite yet, which is fine, click opportunity keywords, find the keywords with the best opportunity. We see that those are keywords with 1 to 2 competitors. Competitor rank is only 1 to 15, but at least there's some search volume. So I really like those metrics. Now we have 589, still a little bit too much to filter through. So let's rank by Cerebro IQ score from the highest to the lowest. Okay, so we have this immersion blender, not really sure what that is. So it's like a handheld blender. We could see just by hovering our mouse over this keyword, there's tons of reviews. Okay, right here, pop popcorn kit. I really like keywords that have like at least 2 or 3 words in the phrase, and this has 5. So that looks interesting. It looks intriguing. The Cerebro IQ score is 37,000. Great search volume, and it's on the upward climb. So let's click that box, and we see that it's this like gourmet popcorn kit. Okay, this looks perfect. There's a few different sellers, but once I scroll down, there's not very many. There's only like 3 of them. So That right there is a great potential product. Let's do one more. Let's filter by highest search volume keyword to the lowest. And as you do this, you just get better and better out of like seeing keywords that may be a good opportunity or not. I like this one. We always want to find keywords with at least 1,000 searches a month. This has 5. If I hover my mouse over this, surprisingly, these reviews are not as many as I thought. I thought there would be like at least only 1,000. So let's click and let's look in here. Okay. So this could be a great product too. I like this product a lot because each utensil holder is like pretty unique, pretty different. So you can really stand out. So right there, we have 2 great potential products that we just found using Cerebro alone. Next, let's talk about the reverse ASIN lookup tool. This is one of the most powerful tools that's going to reveal the exact keywords that are driving your competitor's success. So instead of guessing or like brainstorming, you're going to get real actionable data. Now to show you this, let's say I decide to sell one of these utensil holders. What I want to do is obviously figure out which product I want to sell, but then I'm going to identify one competitor that I want to figure out what keywords he's using. How is he doing so well, essentially? And I want to sell this black box looking utensil holder. I'm going to copy his ASIN and then I'm going to go into Cerebro and then paste it in there and then click get keywords. Now, once I scroll down, it shows that he has 1,900 filtered keywords that are associated with this product. And I essentially want to, for the time being, really just get like top 10 to maybe 50 or maybe even top 10 to 30 keywords that are ranking really well for his product. So like before, what we could do is first and foremost, just filter by the highest search volume down to the lowest. But what we can also do is click right here on organic rank. And these are going to show me exactly what keywords he's on page 1 for. Okay, he's on page 1, spot number 1 for these keywords, and then for all of these and all these, so it keeps on going. And even though these are smaller numbers, these really add up, which is pretty amazing. Let's say I want keywords that are at least searched for, I don't know, 300 times a month, but he's on page 1, so that's going to be spots 1 through 60. And let's click apply filters. Now we're down to 118 of filtered keywords. Let's filter by Cerebro IQ score, the highest lowest. Okay, we have an idea. Let's do highest lowest search volume. So as you can see, I'm kind of trying out a few different things. Or we could do organic rank. I feel that these top keywords ranked by highest search volume down to lowest will be very good keywords to start off with and to save for a later time with my product title or Amazon ads. Last thing I want to say is if you click customize, some of these other metrics now are really good to look at. We can see if he's running ads for some of these keywords by clicking that. We can see keyword sales, just a lot of really good things. And so if I want to, I can actually click this box and it'll show me all the metrics. But for the time being, I want to save these keywords because I'm going to use them to create my product listing. So what I want to do is click that box and then I'm going to create a new keyword list to save these for another time. So I'm going to do utensil holder, create a new folder, utensil holder, save, and then now I can search for my new folder and it says that they've just been added to that folder, which is going to make things really easy. Okay, it's going to be really easy to pull up that folder when we create our title, when we create Amazon ads by chance, but also to add for a keyword tracker. And you essentially want to keep compiling this folder because when you start to create your title or your listing, it's going to pull all the keywords from that folder and it's going to pick out the best keywords from all of those. You want to start accumulating keywords that represent your product and save them in the folder and do 1 or 2 or maybe 5 to 10 competitors at a time. Overall, it's not about using every single keyword you find. It's really about being smart and selective and looking for keywords with a good balance of search volume and competition. So you want to focus on terms that are highly relevant to your product but aren't fully utilized by your competitors. The bottom line is this. Reverse ASIN lookup in Cerebro gives you a complete picture of your competitor's keyword strategy. And so you're seeing exactly what's working for them, which means you can adapt and improve on their approach essentially. Now that you've seen behind the curtain of your competitors' keyword strategies, here's the real question. Here's $1 million question. What separates the Amazon sellers who barely, scrape by versus who dominate their niche? It's not just about having the right keywords. It's about knowing what to do with them. So remember, your goal isn't just to match your competitors' keywords, it's to outrank them. And so you want to use these insights that you got into crafting your product titles, bullet points, and descriptions that target these high potential keywords more effectively than anyone else in your niche. Essentially so that you can start ranking your product organically by using these keywords on your product listing. So in the title, description, bullet points, back in search terms, everything. The last thing I want to explain is something called the Cerebro Profit Multiplier. I kind of made up the name, but it's essentially all about bundling products together. Now, we're not just bundling anything. We're talking about using Cerebro to create like a strategic bundle that customers will love. So for example, when you're in Cerebro and you start to analyze the keywords for your main product, you want to look for patterns in the search terms. Okay, so are these related to products that keep showing up? Because these could be perfect for a bundle. So let's say that you're selling like a garlic press. You might notice keywords like garlic peeler or garlic storage container coming up often. And so that's Cerebro telling you what your customers want alongside your main product. Now, use Cerebro to dig deep into these complementary products. Check out their search volumes, their competition levels, and relevancy scores. You're using real data to create a bundle that fits your customers' needs perfectly. And why does this matter? Research shows that sellers using strategic bundling have seen a profit increase of up to 30%. So the process is straightforward but effective. Use Cerebro to find products that you can bundle up together. And then you want to create that bundle that offers real value. You're improving your conversion rates because customers see your bundle as a great deal, okay? That's the Cerebro profit multiplier. So that wraps up this tutorial for the Cerebro tool. I hope it's been helpful. If so, I ask you to please hit the like button, subscribe, grab my free guide down in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.